much to see in the yard now, eh? You don't gotta go exploring, you got a big yard. What up, my friends? It's your boy. Got that hash to the info. I had to grab Tiggy, he went outside for a minute there. Besides that, it's just nice to get outside, eh? So much riding and looting. Hurts my heart, you know. Hurts my heart to know that the things that were supposed to be done after a human being, not a black man, or we have to remember that there are other places in the world where police brutality exists, and it's not on just a black man. There, police in India are fierce and ruthless. I'm not going to sit here and point fingers. The police in Canada have been, good lately, but there are questions just recently, the other day in fact, which is odd. 8 police stormed an apartment building where there was a lady in there by herself, and she jumped over the edge with 8 officers. So she overpowered 8 officers and jumped over the edge. So that one's fishy to me. And there's a saying, if you lack the ability to question, not authority, but to question stuff, things, you become less later on in life. I'm not exactly sure on the exact quote. It's something to do with questioning authority, right? So the police are an authoritative figure who is employed by the government, who is also an authoritative figure. When the government says, we're going to implement martial law in Canada or in America, that's an authoritative figure. I don't know about you guys, but why are we paying our parents an allowance every year, and every day that we buy stuff, they should be giving us an allowance? There's a lot of testing that's done on humans, clinical drug trials that without our knowledge, they just if you don't, this is what people don't understand. When you go to the doctor to get medicine, they can give you they recommend. So they'll say, take this. They'll say, take this. And they don't tell you if this is new or old. What you should be asking is there an alternative to what you're prescribing that comes in the form of healthy food? Is there a way to combat this with diet and exercise? And if they say no, there isn't, that's a lie, because your body works off diet and exercise. It doesn't work off pills, okay? There's no pill that can make you skinnier if you eat Big Macs all day. There's no pill that can make you skinnier. But there's a pill, it's not a pill, but it's called an exercise and don't eat Big Macs and you'll lose weight pill, which there's no pill. I'm being stupidly funny at the same time here. Haha, not funny, so funny. And so this morning I thought we'd have smoothies and a big salad. Smoothie is kind of airy and it's kind of moist and there's no crunch. Let's get a nice salad in us that has some crunch. We'll do a few Triscuits on the side with the leftover vegan salmon and the vegan cultured nut cheese. I'm going to get that first block eaten, put away. It's been on my mind for days now. Let's get it off of my mind. How y'all doing? Welcome to another episode. So here we have some beautiful counter space I've created, and I'm going to pop on. Let me share this video here. Oh shoot, I saved that. It's okay. Let me share this one time quick. Share. I guess the government is watching the stream right now. How you doing? See, when I run for office in government, I don't really. It doesn't matter where. I just need to get in pretty soon, like in a couple years. I'd like to be a successful cannabis company by then. So, because all these, you have to have like, oh, started his first corporation at age 39 and this and that. This is how you get in with these, with their kind. And it also, I don't believe voting is real. I think a lot of voting is rigged, fake, and mostly coerced. I mean, if you vote for me, I'll get you a job. If you promote for me, I'll give you a raise. I'll give you a bonus, something like that, right? So when you work in a company, they try to make all employees vote usually mostly conservative. See, what happens is the union rep will get paid off by the lobby groups that are under conservative or Democrat or Republican. They'll become friends with the real good friends, quiet good friends. They'll take you on a trip and park a boat at their cabin that you can just go to. You don't need a cabin. You can just go hang out at the vice president's cabin. He's not there hardly ever. You're welcome to use it. Here's a key. This is how this stuff works. I come from places where this exists. I know full well, and many others know that they buy boats. We have a saying here: they buy you a boat. And there's been a few boats being bought here for mayors in Winnipeg and things like that, and luxury homes super cheaply sold, far below what you call like black book value, market value, fair market value. It's sad. But see, the people who oversee the corruption of these people, well, they're scared shitless of these people. They're also corrupt or just simply scared shitless, So they don't. They're silent. And the majority of these people are all white, As much as I'm not racist, which obviously I can't be racist towards white people, I'm not racist towards anyone, but most of these people are white. In Canada, 99% of these people are white. Absolutely, there are East Indian, there are people of African descent, if we're going to use the countries. There are people from Europe, like outside of Canada, there are people from Europe, East Indians. There are plenty of Asian business people that are elites that are corrupt. All races have elites that are corrupt. This is how the country works. They take an elite. So, first of all, your parents were rich, and they're like, hey, we'll make you a deal. You fund our party for the next, 50, 60 years quietly, or not quietly, and you do it. There's a term for it, not a big term, just a term. You do it in the open. You're very vocal about, supporting our party, and we'll get you a plaque on the side of the new hospital. We'll name the new hospital after your parents, or we'll name the airport after your parents. This is how it works. And so your parents die, and then you fill the gap, and then you realize. I got buddies and friends, and they tell me all the time, they're like, my parents were into some weird shit that I want nothing to do with now. Most of my friends actually that have rich parents don't like their parents. Their parents are evil, twisted in the head, corrupt. And my friends are all good people, They help people. They donate to real good causes, not not government funded dinners at $6,000 a plate. So next time you have the chance to go to some corporate party or some corporate dinner, I want you to think long and hard about the losers that are there that have no concern in the slightest for you, your families. Just remember, you're promoting them by showing up to their swaggy bullshit events where they got a $50 piece of chocolate cake that tastes like crap. That does nothing for human race or humankind. You are a sellout when you go and you help out and you promote. When you help out this channel, you're helping the integrity of the future of the population realize the former population last year or 10 years ago had zero integrity. And you can just simply see that by who they voted for, if they voted. So now we're going to grab the salmon, the crackers, the vegan salmon. I have to say vegan salmon. I don't eat any meat, so it's always vegan here. We're going to grab some spinach and kind of odd, eh? But we're doing the spinach thing. I feel like ants on a log. That's celery, peanut butter, and raisins, but not yet. I guess it'll be like a lunchtime snack. So I'm sitting here with a freaking thing like this and I don't know what to put in it. So I'm going to put some of this in there. I think that's it for now. We'll figure it out if not. So here you got your container of spinach here. This is baby spinach. Here you have your smoked vegan salmon. Right there you can see smoked vegan salmon. And this is the last of this package of cultured nut vegan cheese here. That. And then over here you got this combo. The combo of that spicy vegan cheese, that vegan salmon. This right here. So good. And you could add cucumber, tomato, and jalapenos, or one or the other, to the other combo of the two there with the cracker 3. Whew. For days, baby. So now I'm gonna grab a knife to wash the salad. I'm gonna empty the sink. I got the blender out here. I think I put a couple too many things on the go at once here, but that's how we roll. We get shit done. This plate will be for crackers and that. And then I need a strainer for this spinach. And now I need, put that there for a minute. Here. Make sure you hit that like, share the video. How you feeling this morning? I am your daily neighborhood hash man. So I got word, a lady in my chat, well she's a bit younger than me, but a woman in my Instagram has been, she's been doing some detectiving, and she can get in because she's hot, as you wouldn't believe, from California, and she just wears like nothing and she shows her toes all the time. She gets on to people's pages, and that's not how she got on mine. I added her. And then just in case, I hid my page. And then I added her, she chats with me, and I hid my page from her. She's totally okay with it. I said I'm a live streamer.
I just don't trust anybody. I didn't say that. But she knows. She's probably the same way. She's like, she asked where I was from, the country, so I could tell, like, she has, you know, people are stalking her or whatever, which is common. I mean, everyone has this. If you don't have a stalker, you haven't lived until you've had a stalker, okay? Now, if you're on social media and you don't have a stalker, there's probably something seriously wrong with you. I'm just so rough around the edges. You know, people don't want to stalk me because it's like, they'll try and kidnap me, and meanwhile, I'll take them to my basement and, like, you know, I'll keep them around for a few years in my basement, you know, they'll be trying to take me, you know? Like, oh no, bud, I'm keeping you here, bud. You ever been licked to death? I got cats, bud. Alright, first thing we're going to do is rinse out the sink. We've got the sink empty and clean. I'm just giving it a good solid one. Wash anything down that's down there. I don't want to heat the house up too much, so just a dash of hot water is going in. I'm also going to turn some fans on and circulate some air. There's no need for a bunch of AC and all that. What you got to do is close your blinds right now. Close your blinds and do some other stuff. What is it? Close your windows and your blinds, right? So you don't have air coming in. It's going to be a hottie today. And then you're going to grab your... You're going to do stuff, okay? So I want to check something here. I'm not sure if this is what's going on or not. It isn't, so let's go here. And I'm going to put some, what is this stuff called? Spinach. We're going to put some baby spinach in this strainer here. Lots of comments to read today. Thanks for everybody keep smashing the like and leaving comments. I had 99 comments yesterday, and then I was like 5 minutes later, I checked again. I can't get into my comments, by the way. I replied already. It kept saying retry, so I just stopped. It does that once in a while. But I had 105 that I couldn't log into. It just shows at the top. It says 105. And then the other one, there was like 36 or 33. I forget what the term is. Let me bring it up and see what the terms are. Comments that haven't been approved yet, and then it's likely spam. I don't know, people just put like a happy face in there and it turns it into, it's possibly spam, so that sucks. I never understood that either. I mean, why make an emoji if it's gonna show up on YouTube as spam? So that happened. I don't understand that. It doesn't make sense to me. Why create something that could be called or used spam? The term spam, with the way they use it there on YouTube, I don't get it. We got a bunch of spinach in here, clean sink. You're just going to run some water on it, a couple minutes. Make sure you go all the way around the strainer on the edges. And then give yourself a good toss in the center. Toss your spinach salad, bud.
can't believe I went to a Jets. So one year, this is crazy. One year I went to a Jets. It was like a street party for the Jets for making the playoffs. So we all went downtown to Portage Place, like the iconic 1995 Portage Place whiteout rush down to Portage Place or whatever. And I'm standing. We're all going like this. I'm with like 3 chicks and me. There's no dudes, just chicks. And we're all like jumping up in the air. Yeah! And I guess for whatever reason, I kind of left them. They didn't want to go into the crowd or whatever. So I'm like, oh, whatever. I got to go in the crowd for a minute. Those are my people. So I go in the crowd. I'm like, yeah! Well, there's a guy in the crowd, and he's not into dudes. This is a thief. He's in the crowd, and he's going like this. He's like, yeah! He's touching people's hands, and he sees a ring on my hand. Oh, this is true. This happened. And he goes, and he's going like this. He's grabbing my hand, and I can feel him trying to fucking dislodge my ring. It's fall or winter, or we're just coming out of hibernation season. I'm big and bulky and bloated. You cannot pull this ring off of me if 40 dudes tried. And I can feel my right, like there's nothing on my hands. Like you could look, we're at a park or something, or we're doing a cheer for people. I don't care if you bump into me. I don't care if you don't touch my ass and don't touch my front side. Don't touch my junk. You can sit there and pat me on the back or do something weird with my head. Don't touch my eyes or my face or my ears. I'll crack you. But this guy, he's like giving me high fives in the air. And I can feel this guy trying to... And I grab his hand and I grab and I see him and I'm like, if you touch my ring once more, and I'm just squishing his hand. I'm crunching it. I'm crunching his hand, and he's about 5'11", 6 feet tall. I'm crunching his hand. I'm looking at him. You scuzzy thief! I want you to leave this crowd. And I couldn't even tell my chick doesn't like confrontation. I was getting thieved, Ooh. So I turn around and I walk out of that crowd because I know, like, if he has buddies, like, I'm going to probably have to fight, like, 6 of them, right? So I'm like, I'll just back out of here now. And it turns out, I can see this guy, he's still in the fucking crowd trying to steal from people. I should have citizens arrested that dude that day. I should have put him on the ground and picked up my cell and phoned the cops. Because, these are the ones I'm referring to when you talk about looting and rioting. So it wasn't a protest. We were peacefully gathering to support our sports team. This was 6 years ago. Call me stupid, call me whatever you want. 6-7 years ago now, probably was. Well, you can look it up actually. When the freaking time the Jets made the playoffs there. It was about 7 years ago. 7 or 8, I don't know. I don't care either. And, well, I got nothing nice to say about people who, like, imagine you had a store, and it was a grocery store, and it was everything you had. You can't even make ends meet right now. But now, they have ransacked and looted and ruined all the food. You can't sell it because you don't know what they've done to it. It's ruined. You can't even eat from there because you don't want to jeopardize your family with this food. Just think about that for a second. So not only did you ruin their business and their livelihood and maybe force them into, like, a deep economic depression in that family, you have also you've marked yourself as an evil human as well. I strongly believe in karma, and I'll tell you right now, I know people who have stolen from me before, and their lives haven't gotten any better. In fact, some of them are like cancers and whatever you name some stuff. Bad shit has happened to people, and not only lost all your hair, your vision's bad. You got whatever go on about the way people look, or things like that, bad skin and stuff. And I gotta say that evil is not in us. Evil is a poison that you have to like drink to become systemically evil. So if you are good, like going and rioting and looting and stealing isn't even like it's not even a thing. Not 1 inch, not one iota of my entire being wishes to go steal from someone. Unless they've stolen from me, then I want to take everything that you've ever everything. And that's what I do. That's what I do. I never ever, no one gets away with stealing from me. No one. So um I'm quite calculated in the way that I'll decide for years when is the right time to take everything you have, right? You may have taken $10 or $10,000 from me. I will find a way to ensure you have nothing when the time is right. Nothing. And so I guess I'm like the guy that right now there's people in Minnesota or Minneapolis that are standing up for other people's property, right? I'm one of them, I'm there to assist, right? So you can say the police are there to help you, but if you phone the police during these times, how long, and this isn't coming down hard on, I don't want to pit police, people that are police, most of them decide to become a cop because they want to change the world, right? That's is the obvious reason. They want the world to be a better place. And I get emotional when I say this because of course I wanted to be a police officer when I was young. But after I watched how the police in some of the areas I lived in acted and treated children, sticking their fingers inside their rectum to look for pot in 1993, 94, 95, I began to think to myself, what the fuck is going on? That a fucking pig can dig their fingers inside your asshole. So it began to taint my view of police. And then I hear about hundreds and hundreds of fucking cases in Canada of police brutality and mistreatment of the Indigenous people of Canada, and taking their shoes off, taking their clothes off, and then driving them out into a bush and telling them to walk home. Imagine if that was you, and just because of the color of your skin, or possibly an addiction to alcohol, which causes you, and you don't get help. No one tries to assist you. Most people, in fact, that will be like, hey, want to go day drinking with me all day Saturday? And they're like, oh, I can't. I just ended up, just walked home and my feet are all frozen and black. My toes are black from frostbite, the stories that I have isn't like one or two. And they're not mine. These are stories that I've seen the person's feet, I've seen people. Why would a person lie? Why would they say, oh, I got drunk and I got dropped off in the bush last night? And clearly these cops were on duty, and they weren't around for 2 hours, So where were they that night? So we live in a time where injustices happen at the hands of those who are sworn to uphold and protect every part of the law. And we can see on a daily basis that isn't happening. So great minds have always said, if you don't let people protest, the protests will turn into riots. You gotta stop the government. I know the government watches. You have to stop controlling the people's minds. They know, and you can't win by controlling the minds anymore. These generations are awoke and aren't like my parents, everyone who is 40 or 50. You have parents that are mindless zombies. And only a handful only a handful aren't of the parents. You only have like one special parent that's maybe an Aquarius or been wronged, seen the light from a young age, and never forgot how they were wrong. They were in the right. They never did anything, yet they were beat, abused, something bad happened. Um, I have had abuse done to me by police as a minor. I was I had a knee put into my back and my neck. I don't talk about it very often, but it was horrible. The pain was excruciating. The guy was 200. Wait, like you saw the scrawny runt that was on that guy? Where I'm from, everybody knows the guy that kneeled on me, and he almost weighs 300 pounds. I was about 15 years old, and I weighed about 155, 160, and I was like muscular. I didn't have any. There was no pillowy on me. I was just skin and bone and muscle, and I was horribly abused. I was crying. I was underage, crying. I was bloody. I had a huge gash in my knee. I had nothing. These cops, they turned the cherries on at the one end of the back lane. It was like 3 a.m. We were walking home. Look, this is the fucking truth. And I wasn't charged. I didn't get fucking any arrest or nothing. They just beat the shit out of me. It's fucked up. Just listen to this. They chased the sirens went on. You can go check. I said this fucking like a year ago, 2 years ago. I've done it about 3 or 4 times on my live streams. Typical police. It isn't typical actually. Not where I'm from. I was too scared to come forward, go to the mayor, and have the police something done about these people. They're not gentlemen. And but I'll tell you, this is the part that sucks. So I'm gushing blood from my leg. These pin me down. I have nothing on me, no weapons. There's 2 cops. One's kneeling on my legs, and and then the big fucker, and the other guy is not small either. He's 200 pounds. And I get tackled to the ground, like literally football tackled in a gravel driveway, and get taken to the ground. And 2 cops kneel on, they pin me to the ground, and they're checking my pockets, they're grabbing my ass, they're doing a reach around on my balls and my dick. And they lift me up. They lift me up by my pants and by my shirt, put me in cuffs, like right there, put me in cuffs and drag me by the cuffs to the cop car. I'm screaming, help! I was with some other people. And they take my head and fucking boom! They slam the side of my face into the cop car and tell me to shut the fuck up. I'm underage. So now I'm scared for my life. Now I'm like, am I gonna die tonight? Am I gonna fucking die? And now I lose my shit. They get me in the cop car, and I can feel my head throbbing. My eye, I got a welt above my eye, like a welt. Like a big fucking solid goose egg above my eye. Bleeding. My whole fuck from my knee down is complete blood. And there's an open wound on my leg that won't stop bleeding. There's gravel embedded in my leg for a month. And I'm a tough guy. If I pick out gravel, it's gone in an hour. I was picking gravel and rocks out of my leg for 1 month, 30 fucking days. I'm 15 in grade 9, and I go to school, and I'm an athlete, and I go to gym class, and they're like, why are you not even walking? Like I'm hobbling, and this is no extra. I can't bend my fucking knee to get that motion to move, and it is every time I move it, I can feel the blood pumping in my brain. Fuck. And they're like, what happened to you? And I'm like, oh, I got a police brutality fucking times 10. All the teachers knew. They were all white, and they never said a fucking thing. An entire high school needs to be evaluated for how they interact with the police. And as a concerned citizen of Canadian children, I will make a point of going there and expressing grave concern for a vice principal who's a coke addict. He's a pedophile. He used to buy alcohol for underage girls and then have sex with them at this high school that I went to. Um, he would threaten me. He would say, "We have your phone tapped. We know what you're up to." It was like, what the fuck? I'm like, are you fucking serious, bud? I'm like, we found your drug box, I said to him. He never fucking said another word to me for the rest of the time in school. In fact, like, something happened in gym class one day. We were playing like a 3-step game with a ball that you pass and then you run and you pass a ball, sort of like rugby, but indoor kind of, and no tackling or anything. Um, and the fucking Chiefs kid is in net and he's wearing glasses. Now I don't know, and this is in grade 9 or 10, something like that. So I fucking grab this is in grade 10 now. So I grab this fucking ball and I take 2 steps and I fucking Michael Jordan jump in the air, spread eagle like this, and fucking lunge and fucking boom! I launch one. Doesn't it fucking hit this guy square between, and like, no fucking way. I'm like 40 feet away from this guy because you can't, once they touch you, you gotta, I forget what the fucking logistics of this stupid game was. It was actually really fun, but I'd never played this before. No one had. The gym teacher like made it up or brought it in from another high school. Don't I hit this fucking kid right square in the face, bust his glasses off, break his glasses. I look at him and go, holy fuck. Like, I land, the ball hits him in the face. Boom! Fucking glasses explode. And I'm showing instant fucking remorse. Like, there's no part of me that was like, I never wanted to hurt people in gym class. Not once. This fucking guy starts screaming at me from like the top of the 14 stairs up. Like, we had a huge gym. He starts yelling at me. I turn to him and go, you piece of shit, fuck you. I never fucking meant to throw that fucking at his face. We're playing a game and I whipped it and fucking the net's huge. Fucking thing went right in his face. He fucking turned around, walks out of the gym. He says, meet me outside the gym doors. I say, fuck you. And then the gym teacher really loved me. He's like, Sean, I gotta ask you to leave the gym class because of the swearing, he says. And I'm like, all right, bro, I'll go get change and fuck off. I didn't even go get change. I'm fucking vibrating. I go grab my fucking gym bag, walk up the stairs, fucking kick the fucking door in, walk out there. He's standing there like this, and he's a fucking ride-along pig. That's a pedophile in where I'm from. And I look at this guy, I'm like, don't fucking talk. Get the fuck out of my face. He walked with me the whole way. He's like, oh, Sean, maybe we can go to my office and this got escalated. I'm like, you piece of shit. I won't get within fucking 10 feet of you. Don't fucking come near me, you garbage fuck, you pedophile, all this shit. I told him off there's like 60 classes. Fucking, they all opened the door. They took one look. They saw it was me. They fucking closed the door quietly and let me proceed to tell off this fucking piece of shit the whole way out of the school, eh? Fucking 10 minutes I walk slow as fuck. I'm like fucking swag like no one else, eh? And I tell this guy, and as I'm leaving, I'm like double birding him and everything. Like, this is like went down in history as the greatest moment at my high school because no one told this. Everyone was scared. They're like, oh, if you tell him off, they're gonna fucking, he's gonna catch you for doing something stupid, And I was like, fuck him. I got more shit on him than fucking anyone's got on Clinton's, fuck. And I don't know. I get home and I don't tell my mom for a couple days. I don't go to school or anything for a few days or nothing, eh? And I just hang out I got older friends that are all out of school and stuff, and I hang out with them, fucking go to work with some buddies for a few days, make way more cash than most people's parents make, because I'm a hard worker and I work long hours. And I fucking come home and I'm like, Mom, the guy's an asshole. I don't want to go back if he's there. And she's telling me, like, he's always been an asshole, There's nothing cool about that guy. And I don't know. There's a lot of things that happen in my life that, if I were to do like a draw me, this is my life, draw me or whatever, which I'm not going to, but I will do a 1 hour, quick quick rundown of, I was 3, this happened, I was 5, this happened. And I'll do it, and I'll timestamp each of the things. Like, this is when I say I was 3 and 5. And it kind of adds to the show for you to get to know me. So I'll ask everybody to watch that episode. I'll remove the poker face one that's almost at 9,000 views there in the last fucking 60 days or whatever. And I'll pop this one up. I'm not about the views. I'd rather people that watch the show understand where I come from and my values and my beliefs, eh? And a lot of people don't have quality beliefs, or you're not getting influenced by proper people. And influence is going to change the world. But we can't let the influence come from the corporations who treat us like slaves and peons. So I strongly and highly suggest the majority of people who are good people subscribe to the channel, leave a like, and share the videos, because without good people like you passing on a proper influence, the world is going to remain fucked. But where I come from, I'll tell you this. Thousands of people know who I am. Thousands. So you might see someone go on a live stream and they say a bunch of shit that's not true. Everything I tell you, everything I say to you is true. So try to remember that before you type something stupid in the chat, like I got fake plants or I'm on roids or something. I'm not, and I definitely don't have fake plants. Just remember that you're being evil if you hate on something so pure and shiny as this channel, all right? So influence is only good if it comes from the right heart and soul and spirit and mind. And the elites, the government, want you to act the way they tell you. Freedom of choice is to decide whether you're good or evil. And then from there, karma will take over and either fulfill your life or fuck you over, okay? So you have to understand that being a good person doesn't just mean you stop on the road one time and you help someone, and then you can talk about it forever. Every time there's someone on the road, you have to stop. That's what a good person is. Everyone is so mad about my video I made about the sword-wielding business owner in Dallas. Oh, smacked by the Mac. Let me watch your video right now. How do I watch your video? I will type in your name and see if it comes up, and then if it does, I will go watch your video right now. I'm curious. A sword-wielding business owner in Dallas. Let's look this up. Let me just see if I can bring it up based on what you said just now. Sword-wielding business owner in Dallas. I'm going to have to use a different fucking browser. Internet Explorer, you are the shittiest browser. Like, I've never seen a browser take so long to load anything in my life. Only Internet Explorer browser. The shittiest browser. Sword-wielding business owner. Maybe I'll type in Dallas too. Dallas man rushes someone with a sword and gets beat up. Store employees fend off would-be thieves using swords. Well, this is from CTV News. This is from the news here in Canada. I don't want there to be any volume on this. See, oh my God. This isn't even proper. See, I've never been a big fan of jewelry shops anyways. Most jewelry is... they're death diamonds. They're slave diamonds. I'm not referring... You have to understand. A diamond is just simply repositioned on a different piece of slave gold. It is no... I just don't like jewelry stores. I think one of the biggest thieves in the world are jewelers. It is very scary what I'm watching, though. I can't believe this only has 19,000 views. To see three men, or three, very old men with swords, is weird. I mean, I kind of, it's not funny at all, but I do want to laugh after everything is okay and the thieves fall out of the window backwards. That's kind of funny. We have to defend ourselves. Spur of the moment. So these people are criminals. They actually are wearing full attire to disclose even their nationality. And now you can see them. They get into a vehicle. That's good that they have this. And then see, this is what people don't realize. And this is karma. You did something evil. I hope they catch all of those people. Jewelry store employees fend off some would-be thieves with swords, and according to Peel Regional Police, oh my God, was this in? One of the suspects was armed with a handgun. Was this in Canada? Oh, this is. I'm watching something old. Hang on a second. Two years ago, they tried the same thing in Canada 2 years ago. Oh my God. You do not run down the street. That was my ice machine. I turned the ice back on. Nobody's allowed to use the ice. As people come here, like fucking, if people want some ice, they put ice right to the top of their glass like they'd never seen fucking ice before. And one of the worst is my chick is like a big ice fiend too. So actually, she's the influencer and instigator. This is a fucking poor little fridge ice maker. This isn't a commercial ice machine. You get 2 fucking cubes of ice in your glass when you come here. If I gotta write it on the fridge and boot someone's ass outside the door if they put 3 in there, I will. But you're fucking up my fridge. I don't even like telling people there's ice. As soon as, like, fuck, I go to people's house, I'm happy with a glass of water. Can you just shut up and, like, enjoy the fucking space you're in and drink a glass of water? Need 40 fucking ice cubes while you're here for an hour. Fuck. Yeah, I got a pet peeve now. Sick of fucking paying for repairs on this fridge and wasting half my day to have a guy come in here to fix it. Don't ever buy a Samsung. This thing's a lemon. This thing's a fucking lemon. But on top of that, people were abusing the privileges in the house here. That's not happening anymore. No ice for anybody. You want ice? Bring your own bag of ice, put it in a freezer, leave it outside or something. There's no ice in the house. Fucking running in to get you a cube of ice. No servant. I got a bad back now. Now I'm gonna tell you I got a bad back. I'm gonna breathe fire on you. Fucking, I don't know. I used to cater to people too much. I'm telling you, I'm 40 now. Fucking catering's over, bud. You shut up, you eat your pizza, you get the fuck out, you know? Spent too long and I didn't really get, as much gratitude or graciousness as should come from somebody who's as, I cater to people's needs when you're here. Fuck that. Not anymore. Fuck. I go up the stairs, I ask you what you want. If you didn't tell me what you want, I scold you. You know? And it's gotta be like that. I've seen how people are, I've seen how other people are with their fridges, with their certain stuff, It's time I act the same way. Everyone wants things done a certain way. Well, I noticed that the fridge is like this because people fucking around with my ice machine. Now I want things done a certain way. I fucking, I get a lot of shit done in the day, and some days I don't, and fucking that's okay too. I give her pretty hard. If you don't think I give her pretty hard, let's both do the same thing in a day and see who finishes first, who has more energy left in them by the end of the day, and who's still cooking by the end of the day, and who's ordering fast food by the end of the day. I definitely don't fuck around. So when people don't listen to me, that pisses me off. So you got a bowl of spinach here. You're gonna pop this spinach. It's a full bowl of spinach. There's actually a little too much. We're gonna put some of that in the blender. Now to this, we're gonna add some lemon juice. You always add lemon to your spinach. And if you don't, what are you really doing, bud? I think Bobby's outside. I might have to let Bob in. It's a hot one. Hang on, actually, it's hot, and I don't want Bobby to get sick.
Come on, Baba. Here, Bobby. Robert. Here, Bob. Hi, Bobby. What are you doing? All right, cats are in. I think. Is Bob downstairs? No, he might have went upstairs. Let me check. When I went, oh yeah, he's just licking the empty bowl. Tiggs didn't leave him no food. Let me feed Bobby and get him some hydration. This is how Bobby gets his water. So, but I gotta watch with Bob. Cats don't like water, so you gotta make their food kind of super moist, but not under moist. Here, Bob. Just have a little bit. Do some fresh. Here you go, baby Bob. So yeah, try to give Bobby a treat too when he comes in. If he's hungry, then just give him a little bit of fresh food, and that's his treat. No, Tiggs, you went out already, buddy. You're totally A-okay. Everyone is so mad about the video I made about the sword-wielding business owner in Dallas, so I didn't get a chance to see it. So let's find it. Did I close the video or something? I don't see the video. Sword of, we'll do this again. What happened? Oh, I think I stopped the video just to say I wasn't into the sword wielding business owner. Yeah, he looks like he is chasing people down a sidewalk. I don't know how to feel about this, but let's see here. Sword wielding thief strikes in Albuquerque's uptown, so it must be this one here. It's funny though, this isn't made by you. So you didn't tag your thing properly to have it show up. Let's see what this thing put here. Or sorry, let's see what this guy put here to have that show up. Dallas man. Hashtag the Legend of Zelda. Does he use a Zelda sword or something? Okay, so let's see. Like, what does he think is gonna happen? So in the moment, but then he trips and he got fucking swarmed, didn't he? And I don't know what you're gonna do with a sword at 1 inch from you. That's where daggers. That's why thieves use daggers, because I'm not here to. But your long sword will never protect you in a crowd, homies. Just so you know. But this is what a disgraceful act by the person carrying the sword, and then as well. Fuck, they're throwing rocks at him. Like, what would happen if one person that was throwing a rock tripped? Would that guy have actually stabbed them with the sword? This is horrible. Yeah, I'm watching this to understand human behavior so that I know how to defend and run away when this happens. Also looking for weak spots in general things because, well, that's what I do.
and I see a weak spot. So I see there, so he flinches and then he chases. And we can't see what happens, but all we see is, I think somebody ran at him and then the guy didn't swing the sword because he wasn't really, he was just doing it to defend himself. I don't know. Did the guy with the sword hurt anybody? Is there any witnesses or is there any footage of a person getting hurt by the sword carrying, sword wielding man? Or goof, whatever you want to call it. If you're a business owner, it's best if you stay in your business to defend. You don't own the sidewalks, so don't chase people down the sidewalks, would be what I learned from this. I wish there was more video on this, just not like, oh, Trudeau is talking, let's see what Trudeau says. Or he's about to talk. He always comes on at 11, he's late today. So I got coronavirus outbreak, PM Justin Trudeau addresses Canadians on COVID-19. That doesn't look 6 feet apart. Nothing the government has done has been 6 feet apart. They don't wear masks, but they want us to. You know, it's weird. Anyone who is inflating coronavirus fears, I don't like your kind. I have remained very open that I don't know if coronavirus is real or if it's 5G. All I can tell you is the elites are $500 million richer each because of the last 3 months of shutdowns. So the small businesses were hurt, not the big businesses. So I don't know, with the protesting and the riots, does coronavirus only go after people that go to small businesses, bars and restaurants, movie theaters? Or does it also affect people in riots and protests? Because right fucking now, we should have 1 billion cases of coronavirus in 14 days, or the coronavirus is the biggest load of bullshit ever. Wait for it. So we're going to be looking at people in government to see who needs to leave office, who didn't handle the situation here in Canada correctly, America, the United Kingdom. I noticed the police stayed very quiet, and there was nothing on the news about the police talking about COVID-19 and things like that. I think the police want to change. I think the police want to be here for the people instead of for the government who has a hidden agenda. The corporate elites have infiltrated all levels of government in every country around the world. They haven't taken over, they've infiltrated. They aren't as strong as you thought they were, and they are getting weaker by the day. They are scared shitless. They still continue to do their horrible atrocities worldwide. Less frequently. Now they're trying to find somebody that they can get to fill in for them. Do their bidding. So right now it's more important than ever before that good people do only good. Because the people that are watching are allowed to do very bad things. Does anyone know that the Secret Service men and women in India can actually kill you? The KGB can do the same thing. The Chinese Secret Service can do the same thing. There are many Secret Service agencies around the world that won't admit that they are authorized, or they'll look the other way, or they're told to do it and it's off the record. There's I'll name some other Secret Service agencies around the world that may or may not be involved in elite government. The term is false flag incidents. So false flag incidents are carried out by people, covert, blacklist, groups of office, like agency members will go into countries. Just for instance, Iran, Iraq, Syria, and they'll stir up shit. They'll go in with a budget. The CIA has video. Have you seen the movie Argo? You should watch Argo. I mean, it's nothing like crazy, but it does explain how, different agencies sort of operate, and they do it very quietly, like, no. They won't admit. They'll never admit. And then the biggest problem is that they're all funded by the government. So the government is the one that hires the judges, who pays the judges. So you see the circle of justice we actually have is not. Because politicians control justice. So politicians never face the justice system, ever. And it's sad to say that this is the world that that our parents have left us. They were too scared. Absolutely. Most parents are shockingly, pathetically weak when it comes to civil rights movements and stuff like that. Look at the people that are out in these fucking streets. They're not over 50. Hardly any of the people you'll see. They're all saying, "Oh, these are teenagers." No, these are children that can fucking see the future, and they're fucking pissed that adults left them with this type of shit class. This is the level of respect we've garnished, that you can watch George Floyd get choked out on video by a police officer, by a police force that doesn't side with justice. So, yeah, we're pissed. And I say we, I'm talking about the ones under 55. Sorry if you're 60 and you agree with me. The majority will not go out and protest. They're weak. They're cowards. This is why we have what we have right now. Their cowardly ways and their lack of decency to protect their children caused this mess. Period. Also, the lack of respect you have for yourself and your family and your own hobbies and your own beliefs and ideals. What have you amounted to in your life? Did you spend your life sitting on a couch, or have you been an activist most of your life? Not just sitting there making jokes and watching stupid stuff on Facebook all day. You know the amount of people, especially, again, older people, do you know the amount of people that waste their life with stupid shit on Facebook? So Facebook won. They created a platform to turn you into a mindless zombie, to watch stupid meme shit all day while the world revolves around you and they take more rights and freedoms from us unjustly. So while I scolded all those old people that did fuck all this time, look what I've created. We got this plate of goodies here. These are Triscuits with fucking vegan cheese and vegan salmon. We have our lemon juice potatoes. We have our lemon juice spinach here. Then we're just going to pull a lemon seed out of there. Okay, in the garbage. Maybe that grows somewhere. You grab a little bit of your favorite, whatever you got on hand. This is kind of a creation. Use the old bottle, rinsed it out. I'll talk about this, and I'm doing a video on this. This is actually a dressing that I concocted. A little bit of it comes from someone else's dressing, but I made it my own. But I'll shout them out when the time is right. So, you'd be surprised what you can make in a blender with some almond drink and some vegan cheese and a few other ingredients. But you also need some diced up olives and things like that, jalapeno, a really nice spicy dressing that's very good. Okay, make another bit of this later or tomorrow. Mouth is watering. I think there are breadcrumbs. No, what the hell are they called? I need croutons, so there should be croutons here. Are there any croutons downstairs, babe? You see a bag there? Oh, there might be one. They might be up here. Tell me you got a bag, boo-boo. Thanks. I don't see any here. Just give me one sec, guys and gals. I'm looking for a bag of croutons. Croutonians. Fingers crossed. Just let me know as soon as you see one. Kind of panicking. Heart palpitations going up. No, that sucks. I could make some toast with lightly butter. No. This is what happens. I know for sure. I was like, oh, we got to get 16 bags of croutons. Oh, I got a bag of croutons here. Thing. I hit it on us here. So this is a garlic and onion crouton. This is the cheapest bag of croutons in the city, possibly for sure in the province. I'm a guy that likes a good deal. Okay, the other crouton might have tasted, 5 or 10% better. It is true, that is a thing. These croutons were 50% cheaper. So I got 2 bags instead of, we were gonna get 2 bags for $6. Instead we got 2 bags for $2.50. Probably about the same size. It might be a touch smaller. It's a double baked French bread for extra crunch. It's double baked. That's their way of saying we burnt it. That's funny. These are awesome coupons. That is funny. See, I'm a chef. I'm not I don't have my nerdy red seal or anything like that, but I am a chef. And I recognize when you put stuff on there like double baked, you're just trying to hide the fact that you overcooked it the first time. This company could save themselves 50% of the power they use and just cook it for 5 minutes longer the first time. Boy, that double baked line. I could tear this company apart with that double baked line. But they're good croutons, and they were half price. So now I know they're half price because they're double baked, because they're burnt, right? All right, we got a really nice salad, and then our thing there. I'm gonna get our. It's not really a smoothie. It's more like a juice, and there is a reason for why there's juice with this, because it's needed. Oh my God. There's almost a whole bag of croutons when I squished it up there. That's probably really bad for us. Per quarter cup. Per 7 grams. Holy shit. I just put 75 grams. So we gotta go 10 times that. Oh, it's only 300 calories. It's around about like 100 calories of croutons each or so. Who cares? They're croutons. They're awesome. Get a little bit of lemon juice on top of that. Oh, not the seed. Not the seed. And then just drizzle a little bit of lemon juice around the sides. You don't want to mush. You don't want to make the croutons all mushy, but you do. You want to have a little dash of that lemon juice in there. Get a little lemon juice on your face. Don't rub it right directly in your eyes. You can put it like around the edges. You wash your ring in lemon juice. That gets all the bad juju off of everything. And this will stop the evil from building. I put lemon juice all over my whole body usually. Now we're gonna take a little bit of
spinach that's, so I'm going to keep the rest for the blender here. And I will rinse out our blender once more. 2 seconds. I did it yesterday, but give her an absolute quick rinse there. Grab your spinach. Pop your spinach in the blender. Put a cup and a half of spinach here. We did 2.5 cups yesterday. We had a huge, like 5-7 cups of spinach in that salad right there. Put on our strainer. Give it a rinse. She's good to go again for another day. See, when you eat vegetables, you use less of everything. When you eat raw vegetables, you're gonna save yourself hundreds of hours a year in the kitchen, cleaning, washing up, doing stuff. I'm using a blender. That takes 1 second to clean. Let me get some almond drink and cranberry juice in here. So, and almond drink, we want to use the, I guess we use vanilla. It's a little bit more sugar than I want to use, but so I got vanilla and the cranberry here. Give this a good shake. Tastes really good. The vanilla is my favorite, but there is 13 grams of sugar per 250 ml. So, but they do use cane sugar, if I'm not mistaken. Yes, it is, and I can taste that sweet cane sugar. Oh, it's so good. Now you'll use strawberries, blueberries, raspberries inside your blender with your spinach and your vanilla almond drink. And you're not trying to. And then you're going to finish it off with your cranberry juice. Let me just show you how it's looking so far, so you can all make this at home, properly influenced with no meat, healthy living. If there is a virus in you, you can destroy it with an immune system, not a vaccine full of devilish disease. Look up vaccines and if vaccines can have adverse reactions to human body. They're not good. Remember, this is a vaccine that they hope works on you to rid you of something else, not fuck you up completely. How's China doing so good? They had this shit months before us. Their second wave should have hit by now. They have nothing. So the world got their story. The world fucked up when the elites told the story of how there'd be a second wave. China should already be getting their second wave by now. Italy should as well. They're months ahead of us with the outbreak. Why isn't it happening here? Okay. Second wave. What, when they turn up the Wi-Fi, there'll be a second wave? They have targeting abilities with this new tech they are launching. They can actually specifically target a single individual. A single person can be targeted with their technology now. It's called DEW. It's a direct energy wave. DEW. Look it up. Most of you won't. Most of you are completely useless. Slaves to the system, created by the system to be used against us, the good people, against the system. Yeah, so thanks for tuning into this one. Let me show you what this looks like, and then we're going to head off. Here's a link to my Patreon. If you are real, support the channel here. Right here, you can support the channel. There's a money symbol down at the bottom. You can super chat and support the channel there.
We got people on the stage lying right now. I might tune into that. Beg my pardon. No, I won't. All right. I'm going to go eat something. If it's on the screen, I'm going to listen to the BS for a minute, but I don't buy into anything. Governments have made it easier for corporate elites to make money. Period. That's what's happened. If you see different, let's debate it. You debate. You tell me how they aren't. I'm going to tell you how they are. Facts are the facts. You can't cover them up. They've already happened. We recorded it. We documented it. You can't tell us it didn't happen. We watched it happen. We're not crazy. Y'all are crazy for thinking we're going to believe your BS this long. Rastafari. Smash a like, share the video, and remember, you're not alone. Never give up. Stay safe, stay strong. If you're going to protest, do it peacefully. As peaceful as they're being. I mean, if you see police hitting you with cop cars, you might want to react.